Hi everyone, I don't have an intro, but this is my Himitsu no Aipri episode review. I would like some constructive criticism, so if I can improve on anything, then feel free to let me know. Support on this video will let me know they want more Aipri episode reviews. Here's a list of the characters in case you're new to Aipri. The main characters are Himari and Mitsuki. My review or recap is based on the non-subtitle version of the episode, so I might be missing some context due to me not knowing enough Japanese compared to anyone that are watching the episode with subtitles. The subtitle version is already out, but I'm still making this video to bring the community together and talk about Aipri. I didn't watch this episode with subtitles, so feel free to let me know how close I got in the end. Episode name, Our Grand Prix. This is episode number 50. The episode starts off with Megane and MC Aimu welcoming everyone back to the final Aipri Grand Prix. They begin to catch everyone up with what has happened so far. The recap begins with them saying that the first matchup was Ruby Lazuli versus Ice Myron. Ice Myron's live plays while the judges talk about how their performance was, despite Ice Myron losing to Ruby Lazuli. MC Aimu and Megane begin to talk about the second match, which was Chi versus Mitsuki. Chi's live plays while the judges talk about their performance and a bit about her character. The next matchups are announced to be Ruby Lazuli versus Himari and Samugi versus Mitsuki. Himari prepares for the upcoming match while seeing the announcement. She seems to say that she is happy to be up against Ruby Lazuli for her next match. Ruby Lazuli also watches the announcement, and they both say that they are looking forward to the upcoming match. MC Aimu and Megane announced that Ruby Lazuli is going up first, and they have their live. After the live, Himari says that Star Aipri lives are a lot of fun, but her thoughts quickly change when MC Aimu says it's her turn. She seems to wonder how she could have a live that's more exciting than Ruby Lazuli's before she walks onto the stage. Himari has her live. After the live, the judges give Ruby Lazuli 9 stars and Himari 10 stars, making Himari the winner. Himari thanks the audience while Sakura talks to Tamaki and says that Aipri is really interesting. Ruby Lazuli congratulates Himari as Mitsuki and Samugi are called up next. Samugi watches the announcement as commercial break happens. As they come back from the break, Mitsuki is stretching as Sakura talks to her. Sakura asks if Mitsuki is okay, and Mitsuki says that she's looking forward to the match. Sakura blushes for a moment and says that she wants to see the best live possible. Mitsuki agrees to do that as Megane and MC Aimu announces that the match will be starting soon. From backstage, Mitsuki says, "I'm Aipri's Mitsuki. Watch me, everyone," and smiles as she walks onto the stage. Mitsuki has her live. After the live, Himari says, "Amazing. This is a version of Mitsuki I've never seen before," as the crowd cheers. While Samugi is backstage, she says, "I'll have fun too," as she walks onto the stage. Samugi has her live. After the live, Mitsuki is given 10 stars, and Samugi is given 9 stars. Mitsuki is declared the winner. Mitsuki sighs in relief, and Samugi congratulates her on winning. After Mitsuki thanks Samugi, MC Aimu announces that the finalists are Mitsuki and Himari, which means that they're up against each other now. Mitsuki smiles, Himari seems surprised, Chi seems to want both of them to do their best, and Cortez Star had different reactions. Ari seemed unsure on who would win, and Rinrin looked at data for Himari and Mitsuki. Sakura and Tamaki seemed like they were waiting to see what happens next. Himari and Mitsuki hopes that both of them will have fun during this matchup as the episode ends. Final thoughts. This episode felt kinda weird with how they handled the core change the ride problem I had. They showed the full ride for only Ruby Lazuli, The rest got the chord change from the chord part only, so it can get what they're going for. It's weird, but it works in a way. I hope the next episode shows it for both Himari and Mitsuki, though. I'm happy that Mitsuki and Himari won. It's kinda weird seeing Tsumugi participate as herself, since she won the Grand Prix core as Princess Aipri. It makes me wonder if the matchup would have ended differently if she was Princess Aipri. Himari winning against Ruby Lazuli feels like it was earned the most of the two matches. Mitsuki deserved to win since she got locked down the Aipri-verse during the Aurora Snow Grand Prix, but Himari always admired Ruby Lazuli and Sakura since episode 1. Quartet Star was even Himari's producer in the early episodes, so it's like seeing the student surpass the teacher in a way. I love that the Grand Prix chords were used in this episode like I wanted. I know it's not possible for all the characters, since some of the characters will need permission from the Grand Prix chord to have a Grand Prix chord used for regular live, but I like that they weren't forgotten in the end. Seeing the secondary chords from Mitsuki and Tsumugi were amazing too, since both their songs were played less as the anime went along. The next episode preview shows that the Grand Prix will continue with Himari vs. Mitsuki. There's also Princess Aipri there for some reason, so I'm wondering if this means that no matter who wins, they'll be able to sing together. As of the time of this recording, I'm working on the episode review for that one too, so I'll save my thoughts for then. Anyway, thank you for watching my review on Himitsu no Aipri episode 50. I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget that you're a shining star in your own way, so be the star that you're meant to be. Keep being amazing and I'll see you next time.